I think the trends this year that we're seeing from a venture side of it, we're seeing a lot of great builders coming out from developed markets like China, really real hyperscalers, if you will. People that are building or that have experience in building companies that have scaled to 100, 200, 300 million users. They're all coming out to this sector, which is very exciting for us in this bear market. They have fundamentals and they have one of the deep tech understanding, and understanding how to build for scale is something that the industry is very much lacking. Last year, we had a couple of really good decisions. Obviously, we put a position into Yuga Labs with the actual Bored Apes Yacht Club. We invested in a couple of apes as well too. That was one of our wins. We also put a check into Layer Zero, one of the leaders in the omni-chain solution. So several great winners on the team. We have a good dozen or two strong winners. I think the mistakes in venture is very common. I think really placing bets on founders, but obviously the investment environment changed considerably given FTX, Luna, Three Arrows, etc. I think that was unexpected because a lot of builders expected raising funds to be very easy. But we're now back in a bear market where it's very tough to raise funds. So some of our portfolio companies are struggling to gain more access to funds to build. Predominantly, I think it's just the time horizon. How do you manage if you don't have enough run rate? The challenge this year really is growing the team, really spreading the team around the key markets. I think China is going to be a very important market. Japan is opening up. Southeast Asia still holds the youngest audience. And predominantly our companies are in the US, right? I think synergizing our ecosystem network effect is going to be really key to driving successes for the long term. Traditional VCs should be getting into this space and understanding the impact of what decentralization, some of the emerging technologies that will be uplifting and removing the friction. I think this sector is here for good. And I think from 2018 to now, the sector has expanded considerably, but we do need to add another 50 to 100 million users for the sector to grow exponentially. SIDUS Heroes is one of our early investments from groups. We're seeing a lot of development. Today was the first chance to meet them in person. We've seen the progress of what they've done from day one to now, but we're still very excited to see how they launch. For Venture Partner, our key goal is to really align them with our ecosystem to maximize our network effects, to help them grow and thrive in this ecosystem. I think ventures in our lens is really the pulse of Animoca. I started obviously investing in balance sheet in 2018. We had the ability to spot and be part of some of the most eclectic sort of brands in Web3, including Axie, Sandbox, OpenSea, where some of them were my deals. And because of the lens that we've seen, we also had the ability to invest in Magic Eden. So in a short time period from 2018 to now, to 2022, we've seen over a dozen companies become multi-billion-dollar value. That lens is very important to us, not only for the financial gains, but really for the lens of how we build for the future. I think that's the strength. Having been there built in the last bear market gives us the ability to identify key builders, and most importantly, how do you connect it to the ecosystem and the network effects. I can help you bring users, not just a check. So we're the Builders VC Fund in Web3. We want to be part of the builder community and really sort of extrapolate that value to grow together. I think one of the key things that we're seeing in this sector is it needs to be an advancement in wallet technology. Wallets, in our eyes, are going to be the glue to driving commerce. And part of that commerce, I think, is tied to on-chain, right? So in a Web2 environment, wallets are very closed because users don't share data. In a Web3 environment, user data is shared because it's on-chain. So we're actually about to make 3 investments in different wallet technologies four. We have 4 investments that we have considered to invest in that will drive the future engagement of users. And I think that's the key point to removing friction for onboarding the next 10, 20 million users. I think everything that it goes in cycles. We enjoy the ups and the downs, the bear market, the bull market. I think witnessing it, experiencing it is a great to garner that experience. For me, is to see the acceleration and obviously great games, great users. I think what we've done today in our demonstration with the Digital Demai, we brought some of the best companies together to demonstrate what they're building. And all these are thought leaders and visionaries. You know, it was a future report. So how do we predict the future? I think one of the things I would love to be a part of is making bets to founders that build the future.